Once again, there we go. Zooming as always. You can't do it beforehand, which seems odd to me. Why you can't zoom in?
Did you change your banner?
Long time ago. Well, hello. Let's see if we can work at the same time. Mr. White, how are you, sir? I know you are excited.
Hi, Jason. Why is Jason excited tonight?
Jason very much wanted to see me draw Red Sonja. So he's in luck, considering she won the poll. Give it a minute.
Does it look a little out of focus to you?
Yeah, it kind of does a little bit. Let me see if I can mess with it. It's kind of always out of focus a little bit. Excuse me messing around. I wonder if that's why a lot of times the reels and stuff don't look so hot. How many people did you get to vote, Jason?
Well, how many votes did you get?
We got 14 votes.
Whoa.
Which
Oh,
is
total.
pretty good, yeah.
At least 6?
Well, somebody might have voted for her on their own without your prompting.
Hi, Mo. Jason,
Hey,
I love
Maureen.
the enthusiasm.
Alright, so I think I'm down to my last sheet of this sketch paper. I'm gonna have to switch to something new here in the future. My father used to work at a paper mill and he had like reams of this stuff just laying around. But now I'm out.
Bob.
Hey, Bob. Yeah, I'd be excited to draw Dread, but my luck would be post the poll and like ABC Robots would win or something, which would also be fine. I
What
guess.
if Dread was the only option?
Yeah.
Surely
Four
there must be
options, but
different
it's
ways that
Dread.
you could like write. So he must have like a name, like a person name, right?
No,
Like a name before he was
no,
the judge. No,
No.
it's just Judge Dredd.
yeah,
There's no other.
yeah. No, we don't do that stuff.
I didn't ask if you do that stuff. I'm saying you could do that stuff.
I know, but I don't think I honestly think Dread is supposed to be this, you know, faceless agent of the law.
You could just do the judge, Judge Dredd,
Right.
Dredd. Right?
Sure. Go in here, I guess.
Yeah, see, Jason says happy Dredd, sad Dredd, informed Dredd, and mad Dredd.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
They're all the same. Yeah, they would just all look exactly the same. So,
Bob asked what was the winner.
Red Sonja won by quite a bit.
Jason's very happy about it.
Jason called in reinforcements to rig the vote, so Sonja would win.
I rigged it. He's very proud of himself too. Good job, Jason. Sure would be tragic if Jason didn't win the sketch tonight.
Yeah. Well,
Bob asks, you can do that? Break the vote. I mean, if you want to haul in subscribers, Bob, you can do whatever you want.
yeah, Jason basically put out the call.
Yeah, call to action. Yeah, you know he will roll a 20 this week. It'd be kind of hard if he only rolls like a d12. But.
Yeah. Well, hard telling.
No, what do we got here? Jason said, I turned on the bat light. Lock Jess said, Jeff doesn't roll 20s. True, so true.
Only when they least expect it. Should really be at any point in time.
Patty153 said hi.
Hello. Welcome.
So Red Sonja is from what?
Red Sonja is from Conan the Barbarian. She's another Robert Howard character, the guy who created Conan.
Were they all Conan choices this one?
They were not. Arwen is from Lord of the Rings. That's why
Oh,
it
right.
looks like Liv Tyler. And
I didn't look at the.
yeah. And
I mean, I did, and then I probably forgot.
Raceland is from a series of books I really like, the Dragonlance books. They're kind of a cutlass this time to make. I don't like. So it probably doesn't translate, but I am sort of both excited and regretful that I got braces put on today. So a slightly different S's sound, it seems like. But so far so good. I know it's only day one, but really not very uncomfortable at all. Just 2 months shy of 49 and getting braces put on.
Bob says, congrats on the braces, dude.
Thanks, man. So Sonja
Jason
is
said, you sound normal to me. I mean, normal as you get.
right. Well,
And
fair.
Maureen said, I didn't notice any pronunciation changes.
Cool.
I didn't either. I've been around you all night.
Yeah.
Bob said, Red Sonja is a comic book creation, right? Not originally in the Conan stories by Howard.
Well, I think she was originally in the comics, like first appearance, but she's also mentioned in some Howard stories, but not in the same. I think the first appearance of her is in Howard stuff is more like Dark Agnes, where it's like a maybe 16th century type, 17th century character maybe, and then they adapted her to be more in the Hyborian age. At least that's my vague recollection of it. Also, in the comics, she's famous for, they designed her as the original chainmail bikini character that just is kind of ridiculous. But she actually, when she first showed up, she was wearing basically like red shorts almost, and like a full scale mail shirt. But I think they were just like, that's not going to sell as many books to adolescent boys, so chainmail bikini it is.
Bob says, right, Shadow of the Vulture or something like that.
And then, what was I going to say? I don't remember. Oh, I remember a classic. In Dragon Magazine, they used to have these comics and just sort of funny cartoons like The Far Side, but fantasy or D&D related. And there was one, this Red Sonja type character in a bar talking to a guy, and she's got her chainmail bikini on. And she's like, luckily I was wearing my armor, and there's just a million arrows sticking out of only the armored bikini parts. Kind of jabbing at the whole thing.
I would really enjoy, I don't know if you recall the reel, I think I probably sent it to you, of like the medieval town or whatever passes a law that the blacksmiths have to offer gender equal armor, and so the girl gets like a chainmail bikini or whatever because that's what they had, but then what was it, that guy got like a chainmail or just like a little jock strap, right?
Speedo, basically.
Yeah, Speedo. And that was the equality part.
There you go.
That was kind of funny. To me, anyway.
There's actually a role-playing game system, I think it was GURPS, that had, you could get a trait for your fantasy character that was basically like, there were two types of defense instead of just armor class. There was like an armor defense, and then there was what they called like passive defense, I think, or passive DR. And you could get a trait where the fewer items of clothing you wore, the higher your passive defense. Again, jabbing at this kind of thing. This up. Actually, I think I'll just to give it a little more composition. I'm gonna give her a cloak, you know, for when it gets cold. Alright, panic time. Again, for those who have not seen the stream before, I'm going to erase this, but I can still see what I'm looking at, and it helps me pick out the lines that I want for the finished sketch. So I'm not giving up, just cleaning up.
No panicking. Oh, Jason is panicking.
Yeah.
Predict.
That's what he does.
Alright.
This is where I really mess with people, and I'm just going to erase the sketch, and then I do, and then I draw Conan. That would really mess with Jason's head. Then he would panic every time.
You would.
For real. Alright, let's see if I can.
Bob says you dare erase Red Sonja.
Yes.
Jason said, it's true, I do panic. I blame Bob. Bob says Conan in a bikini.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair,
Jason says yes.
Conan's not usually in much more than a bikini.
So we do have the holidays coming up. Like, would it be fun for Jeff to draw something like a character with some kind of, you know, like wearing a Santa hat or like dressed as Santa Claus or with Rudolph in the background or something like that? Does anyone think that would be fun? I mean, besides me.
Depends on the character. It could be pretty funny, actually.
Wait, weren't Gremlins Christmas? Is that a
yeah.
Christmas movie?
Very much as a Christmas movie.
Dread in a Santa hat.
Yeah.
Krampus! Krampus.
Krampus.
That'd be fun.
I feel like if I drew Dread and a Santa hat, like...
No, Krampus. I don't think you heard me say Krampus.
I heard you say it a bunch of times. But yeah.
So why are you still talking about Dread?
If I drew Dread in a Christmas hat, people would come for me. He's just over here whispering Krampus. Which is dangerously close to Krampus, but you know.
Hey, Krampus ate kids, right? Naughty children.
He punished them, or he put them in a sack and beat them with a stick.
And like leave coal behind when he took them or something like that.
I don't know. Depends on whose version of events, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the Grimm version.
Alright.
Bob says just the bad kids. Which they really aren't bad kids, right? Like, maybe Krampus could engage in some gentle parenting or something.
Not his job.
Not his job?
Not what he was hired to do.
Was he hired though? Or he just enjoyed it?
I don't know. There's just a
Or-
guy. It makes me think of a guy I used to work with that was a professional hockey player. I think I told this story before where him and Mike are talking about it, and Jim's talking about how he used to just spend hours and hours in rollerblades going at the heavy bag so he could be better at fighting on the ice in his skates. And Mike was like, shouldn't you have used that time to, I don't know, get better at hockey and without missing a beat? Jim's like, not what I was paid to do. So that's what it made me think of.
And Jason says, I think because you said Krampus, not to be confused with Swamp Ass.
Yeah.
Krampus with gremlins.
There you go. I feel like the gremlins would be like good henchmen.
Like
For
the
the Krampus.
mildly lure the kids in, and then
The Mogwai.
oh yeah, that's what I meant. And they lure the get the kids to come to Krampus, and then Krampus. Yeah, so the gremlins are kind of
Well, the
like
thing is, you want the bad kids, so you gotta, and the Mogwai are nice, so they wouldn't.
it's fair, I guess.
I don't know.
I'm just looking for some kind of holiday crossover event.
Fair.
Can you fit some Misfit toys?
We can do whatever we want.
in there somewhere. I really like the Misfit toys too, Mo.
Cubby is being pushy tonight.
I have yet another cat trying to guest star tonight.
If the camera, you know, my phone wasn't the camera, I'd move it over and show you Cubby. She's quite the floof.
She's the pretty one.
Yeah, she's
Yes. Might be able to hear her. Her motor's going pretty
I
loud.
know. Cubby purrs pretty loud.
No, you don't need to be up there. Did you bring a die home?
I did bring some dice home, so we can do the proper giveaway at the end. The thing about hair is, I mean, this is like really sketchy hair, but you gotta find a good mix between drawing a million strands and actually just making it another object. So if you can block out shapes, you can go back in and then just add a few errant hairs to make it look like there's a lot of stuff going on when you just cheated and did a little bit. Can't remember who it was I really liked in Wizard magazine back in the day used to do a basic training article for drawing. People wanted to draw comics, and there was somebody, I think it was Adam Hughes, did an amazing hair tutorial. I thought it was really cool.
Brilliant. Bob says nice tip.
Another guy, I keep mentioning his name, but he's active on YouTube now, so that's why I mention it. Frank Cho does amazing hair as well.
Has amazing hair, or he does amazing hair?
Both. Yeah. He has a good head of hair, I guess. But he draws amazing hair and he explains it well. Some of his videos. Which is kind of one of those things, I think I've mentioned it before in other streams, but like teaching versus being great at drawing, definitely two different things. Like, I remember in school, some people who were like my favorite artists are amazing. They just couldn't convey the techniques very well. So I always value people, especially on YouTube. You know, they're giving away for free, essentially, all this mastery, little tips and tricks. I'm sure my anatomy is great here, but we're going to go with it. So Bob and Mo, how's the plague treating you? You guys recovering at all? The chafing, yeah. Oof. I'm gonna draw some boots on her so at least she doesn't give me flack.
About the Temu shoes?
Yeah, no Temu shoes this time. No Rob Liefeld action.
I feel like the boots are the largest piece of clothing she's got on.
You would be correct. Well, the cloak, once I get that on, will be there.
Oh, yeah, okay. The bikini looks cold, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, not feeling like you're gargling glass. That's health goals.
Protecting those feet from the gaze of Quentin Tarantino.
Yikes.
Aw, it was a bit harder on Bob. I'm feeling almost normal. Almost.
Not yay that it's harder on Bob, but yay you're feeling almost normal.
I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but someone says I want to give it to my ex-wife. Roasted soul?
Roasted soul, maybe? Hi, Cubby.
A tree down here?
Probably not.
Jason says, glad you two are on the getting better side of things, as are we. Glad.
Indeed.
Was the illness a souvenir from your trip to the big city? Probably from the bus ride home, but not sure.
Yeah. A safe bet. Kind of like getting a con crowd whenever you go to a convention or whatever. You're like, uh-oh. Don't shake too many hands.
Glad it didn't hit until after we left. That is fortunate. Wouldn't want to be unable to enjoy yourselves because you weren't feeling well.
Okay. I think we're pretty good here.
That looks really good. I think that's
Thank you.
amazing.
Okay. Now we will do the random craziness. What did I do? All right, here we go.
Bob says nicely done. Jason said looks great.
Thank you.
No, one thing Jason can't rig is the contest.
True.
So, sorry, Jason. You have the same odds as everyone else, I suppose.
That's true. All right, so I'm going to roll a 10-sided die.
I'm not sure, Jason.
And you guys will have to guess a number between 1 and 10. So ready, set, go.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I told you there was a delay.
yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. Jason,
Move up.
once again, you win. Roll out of the way.
I can't believe that.
I know.
That is too
Oops.
convenient.
So congratulations, Mr. White. You rigged the vote and somehow rigged the roll.
Your night to shine, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, let somebody else pick. You can keep guessing, just don't do one every time. Alright. I got a whole stack of these for you, Mr. White. Next time I see you. Hopefully I'll remember. It did. It had to be Jason. Alright, everybody. Thanks for coming to visit again. Appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.